Okay, so my buddy gave me all this copper wire here and here. So we're gonna be stripping it. This is the machine we use. I don't know what project we're doing right now, but you'll have seen the video title. Look at all that. Beautiful copper wire. Now we kind of split into it because of the poor forethought on my part of, yeah, a bunch way too deep into it. So we kind of just cooked that. But means the next ones we do are going to be easy. See? Bam, just like that. Yeah, so we're gonna strip all this wire, and by the way, I quit my job yesterday, so I don't know why they got so many layers on this. Probably not even like for something that important. Probably just somebody's home. But yeah, there we go, copper wire, easy peasy. All right, so we've been stripping wire for a while, and that basically just means we got like 12 ounces of copper already, because I've been focusing the big, thick stuff that my electrician friend gave me. Yeah, 13 ounces now, so that's another ounce. All right, so we've got a long piece. Look how far that is. It goes way out into the driveway. We're gonna strip it all in a couple seconds. Oh, get a little hiccup, and then easy peasy. All right, so now we've got all that copper stripped. We're gonna add sand to the second half of our mold. Because I skipped over doing the first half, I just went back outside and started molding. And then I remembered once I was halfway done, oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be making a YouTube video. That's the whole reason I quit my job, because I thought I could potentially make more money off YouTube than a job. Now, that's stupid. I should probably waited until I had 1 million subs. But we're almost at 1,000, I think, with this video. If it does well, I can get there. If not, I can just sell stuff, which I think I only need some more money. I'm saving my money for something big, and I need to make money. So I'm gonna sell stuff. All right, now for the exciting part. We just pull this mold apart very carefully. The more even you come up, the less likely it is to break. And also, another thing you'll notice is how this is dented in. I've got to be really careful with how I manage pulling this out, or it'll crush out and then ruin the whole thing. But I don't want to use more sand than I absolutely need to. And I absolutely need to use more sand than I did. But I lied to myself and told myself I didn't need to. So that is how I wind up with bad molds. It's because I lied to myself. Don't lie to yourself, people. It just is unhelpful. Okay, so here we have our Abraham Lincoln. And we're going to turn him into a beautiful copper or bronze statue. Yeah, so here's our Abe. We got him in there. And we're going to take this. Stick that on there. This is one of the interesting things. I use these. Oh, do you hear that bird? I don't know if you heard that bird, but that is a loud bird. But now we just dump our fresh sand on there. Freshest of the fresh. Alrighty, now we have our mold. We're gonna pull it apart just like we did, well, just like we willed the Napoleon one, because this is definitely the chronological order. I'm gonna wind up doing it in the video. Oh, is that in frame? Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, now we're gonna wiggle. Alright, so now what we have here is our third mold, which is going to be in a short, so it might not actually ever appear in this long form video, but it should, because it is being filmed right now. All right, so we're lighting the furnace. That's pretty easy and simple. Look at those little bits of copper wire already melted. Already red hot. Here, let's see if you can get it better. Yeah, look at that, already red hot, already melting, just like that, so easy. All right, so now we're stripping some more copper wire for the Lincoln. Man, look at all the fire coming out of there. Ain't that cool? Okay, guys, so we are doing a risky game right here. It's called Swapping the Crucible. We got our bronze. Now we pop in our copper. are going to pour our bronze mold. You can pick that up. Try and angle it downward so we get the best shot possible pouring it. We don't need a short for this. Chronologically, that will have been the beginning of the short. And now we go and pour in our bronze. Well, let's hope that worked. Now we're going to come over to our water bucket, pour it from quite high. Now, if you're wondering, man, is this dangerous? Stop wondering, it is. Okay, so as I suspected, we got one nice little blob of bronze in the bottom, which we wanted flakes like this. Here, come here and show them this. These flakes, that's what we wanted. Instead, we got a lump, one big lump, which is unfortunate, but kind of how I expected it to work out, but, you know, still disappointing. Okay, so one thing that Big Stack does do that I like is he recommends putting his thing back in the crucible. That way it cools down slower. That way it doesn't crack. I probably should have popped it in my old crucible sooner, but I think putting it in now will be better than nothing. All right, so there we go. That's off. Doty. Oh man, that's terrible for your lungs probably. Well, not yours because you're watching this through a screen, but terrible for mine. Which you obviously care about because, you know, if I get lung cancer and die, you can't watch my videos anymore. Well, you still can, I just won't make any new ones. Or maybe I will, I'll just be a ghost and haunt people and be... If I was a ghost, I would just wreak havoc. Might as well cool Napoleon off. He always was kind of a hothead. Okay, so that's how he's looking right now. I mean, honestly, not pretty bad. Not too bad. I mean, at all. Like, that's pretty dang good. The sand, the blackness on him is just the sand, and I'm using that as sandpaper right now. I always do this, by the way. I just don't mention it in my shorts. But if you rub it while it's still got sand on there and it's wet, yeah, it's going to be a pain to get that sand back because it's sopping wet sand. But mostly, I lose sand to this anyway. And I will re-mull it someday, or at least that's what I tell myself to make myself feel better about it. It, you know, might be self-deception, but it still makes me feel better about making crappy videos. Well, not really crappy videos, but just eliminating sand permanently. Crud monkeys is my favorite curse. Not even a curse, it's just an exclamation of ridiculousness. But we're about to pour this. So let's hope this short comes out real good. Because that might wind up being our video for tonight. It might just be an ad video for this, but we'll see. Alright, 1, 2. Excellent. Ooh, it's on fire. We need a mold. We need a mold. Yeah, alright, and there we go. Remainder of our copper goes in there. Make a butt ugly ingot. And that one's off. We're gonna carefully set this down because if we just flop it, it's hot, so the sand will just break apart. And then it will mix with the bad sand, and then we will just have nothing but like a bad sand. Hopefully that's a good shot. Is it a good shot? I hope it is. Okay, there's just Abel and Key, but not the gummy bears. The sand. And that's exactly what we wanted to not happen. See how that sand just fell everywhere? Now it's going to be a pain to clean up. And there we go. All right, now we're gonna dunk these in the water. 3, 2, 1. Anticlimactic. All right, so we've got him. Once again, we're using the sand file method, which is not really filing, it's sanding method. All right, so now we're gonna cut the sprue off Napoleon. I might actually do a little grinding work here. There we have it, folks. Napoleon, he's gonna need some more cleanup. But not much, because I think I got off the only two major defects, so we can just polish him up now. Which is, now obviously we need to make it so he can stand by himself, but it worked. We'll see if that actually winds up being the edit. Ooh, and now he's hot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take him over and dunk him in the water. Drop him in there. Like that. Bye-bye, Napoleon. Practically done. We'll polish him up now. Okay, I didn't mention this, but we're actually going to need to do a quick little buff over the spots we cleaned up, just to make it look nice in the polish. Just like that, we've got the two defects perfectly cleaned up. And, oh yeah, he does stand by himself, by the way. Voila. 7 years ago, nothing really important happened. Actually, it might. Look that up. In Lincoln's time, 7 years ago, it was a very important time. But yeah. And now we grind this smooth. Oh, I can't believe that worked. That's crazy. Okay, so we've got our dear friend Napoleon, and now we're gonna polish him with this wheel. Whoa. Alright, so now we've got one of the bears. I'm just showing you how I clean these up. Then all the major defects from the sides of the casting are gone. And we could just do some itty bitty file work on some of the sketchy bits. Actually, with that, I'm gonna be real lazy. Just pop it right back in the vise. Now, a file, take care of it. Well, stuff falls over when you've got a messy garage. What a surprise. But I'm just gonna grind that off in a couple seconds instead of 10 or 20 seconds. So instead of spending a couple seconds more, we just grind it off. But yeah, we've got 3 of them already done. Because we got 4 subs off that video. The aluminum bears will be coming soon. Okay, so we've got our bears here all ground the nasty bits off. So now we're just going to wire brush them. Because I'm not going to polish them because I can't get down in there with the polish. So doesn't make sense to do it. And the wire brush looks okay. So it's not as good as I'd like it, but it's acceptable. Okay, so we've got our Abraham Lincoln. We're gonna polish him up so nice right here on our nice new bench grinder. It's not actually that new, I got it for Christmas, so, but let's fire it up. And then it takes a second to get up to speed. I also don't have it bolted down so I can do dangerous things like that. But it won't, it's obedient. Okay, but here's how he's looking now. Way shinier. We probably sped through most of that, so that was probably like 10 seconds for you, but for me, it was like 2 minutes. Okay, so there we have it, folks. That's everything we made in this video, and this video's only taken 2 days to make, so, well, hopefully it will have only taken 2 days to make, because this is day 2. Hopefully I'll have it edited and uploaded by tonight. We should have enough time. But man, Napoleon. best Frenchman ever. All right.